Welcome to episode 150 of Indigo Park every day. Boom! Here's what we're gonna do, alright? I'm gonna start off this challenge. I think we're gonna play Indigo Park twice. That's kind of what I'm thinking. We're gonna play it twice in a row. The first playthrough, see, I don't know what order I want to do this in. We're gonna decide right now. The first playthrough, or whatever, one of the playthroughs is gonna be that playthrough I talked about where I kind of walk throughout the whole thing unless I have to run. I kind of roleplay it a little bit, but don't really roleplay. I just like, take in the environment, chat more about the game, chat more about random things. Maybe look at some theories on my phone or whatever. We talk about it. Kind of a chill vibe. And the next one, or the first one, is going to be what I call the Rambley gauntlet. So, there's been a lot of talk about me playing the game blindfolded. The reason I'm not going to do that is because of the chase scene, alright? The chase scene and the curves you have to make and where you get stuck at, I ain't too confident on that right now. But what I will issue is the Rambley gauntlet, okay? Which is where it's not really blindfolded, but it's goofy and silly, and it adds some form of challenge. Basically, I'm gonna take my boy Rambley here, and I'm gonna use this little blue towel thing, and I'm gonna strap him to my face. Alright? I'm gonna strap him to my face. And that's where he's gonna be the whole entire time. Alright, and that's how we're gonna do that. I'll play through fast that round, and I'm just gonna play with Rambley strapped to my face. So, that's so silly, dude. That's cool though. So I gotta decide which one I wanna do first. I think the Rambley gauntlet should come first. We have higher energy at the beginning of the video. Sipping the drink is going to be a bit of a problem, but it'll be okay. I probably won't even sip it. I don't want to get any milk on this thing. All right, how are we gonna? I probably should have practiced strapping it on my face first. Doing it like this is really goofy, dude. Holy crap, that is close, dude. Like that. Actually, in a way, this is kind of blindfolded, dude. I'm gonna have to like turn like this to see like certain parts of the chase. So maybe it'll be like halfway blindfolded, I guess. I don't know. Oh, this fits around my head. It does. Okay. So Rambley, you're gonna come here. I don't know what we're gonna do about your tail, dude. Man, whose idea was this? Oh man, my mic. Oh, my mic's gonna get all jacked up. Oh no. I didn't think about that because, like, I try to find the perfect spot. You know what? What I'll do is after the Rambley thing, we'll open up OBS and we'll test this. We'll see how it's feeling, I'll move it around and make sure it's not too much breathing being caught and all that, and that I'm still decently audible. Anyway. Besides, you can see how I set up my sound and maybe, like, hey, dude, you're stupid. Like, you sound like crap because of this, Who knows? But anyway, all right, let's get this guy up here. Rambley, your tail's gonna go to the right, okay? Oh, heck no, dude! Oh my gosh! This hurts, bro! No! Oh, man! Yes! I don't want to get any, like, freaking drool on Rambley. I don't want to get them all screwed up, Let me just, I have this little paper right here. That's really not comfortable for me, but I don't want to ruin my Rambley plushie. Can you even hear me? Probably not. Yeah, this is just the stupid part, right? But hey, that's part of episode 50. Or 150, my bad.
Hi there, and welcome to Indigo Park!
Dude, you're on my face, bro!
Family fun experience! Jump into the world of your favorite character!
No! Oh, this paper hurts, bro.
920 days, 4 hours, 23 minutes, and 38 seconds.
It'll be alright. Don't worry about it.
Congratulations! I'm Rambley the raccoon, And it's my job to make sure your experience here at Indigo Park is the most
He needs
fun
to be
it
more
can
center.
be. Just hop on over to the
He needs to kind of block my view a little bit more.
Where our friendly assistant will help you begin your adventure in
I
the
can
park.
see the bottom right corner, like Ed's hand. I think that's good enough, yeah. There's boxes, okay. Oh, there's a computer.
Hi, I'm Rambley the raccoon, and it's my job to make sure your experience here at Indigo Park is registered. Let me just get a good look at you.
Ah!
Don't seem to have your face in our guest list. Is this your first time here?
My
at the
left
park,
eye has to be
or did
completely
you just
closed.
Get plastic surgery. No worries. It's Rambley Tuesday, so you qualify for a big discount on your visit. Just follow me to the main gate. Ooh, I can't wait for you to see everything Indigo Park has to offer.
Oh man, dude, I cannot breathe.
What's the holdup? The gate is open. Head on into the entryway.
Oh.
Hold on. My mistake. The gate is not open. There seems to be an error message being sent from the gate's power unit.
Bottom right corner, bottom right corner.
You get to be the first person to try our turn on the generator mini Rambley venture. Have fun!
That's gonna give me a headache, dude.
The Indigo Violet
Hey.
compact power
give me that.
generator. But it seems to be inoperable. Looks like it's missing a piece.
Yeah.
Can you find it?
It's like I can see out the right corner, but it's just disorientating is all. That's the issue here. The Rambley gauntlet! Yeah!
Okay, for real this time. Welcome to Indigo Park.
No. All right, thanks.
Oh, silly Rambley. Every guest needs a critter cuff. That will allow you access to reserved areas.
I think I've lined Rambley straight up with the screen right there.
Wear a critter cuff. I think there's some in the gift shop. Head in there and I'll get you set up.
Quiet, Molly. I heard that. Bro, he does not need to be strapped this tight on my face, though.
A new way to interact with the park. That
It'll be
also
okay.
knows as a pedometer, heart monitor, and moon ring. Data disclosure agreement included.
Alright, I'm already over this challenge, man. My nose is getting crushed. I tied this freaking blue thing super tight. Oh, you're falling off. Hold on. There you go. Whoa, where's the microphone? Oh, Rambley's little tail. Oh, no.
Uh-oh, the door mysteriously
I don't want to ruin my
locked.
Rambley plushie.
Why not test out your band?
You know what I'm saying? But he's got to be a part of it. He's got to.
Hooray! Great work, buddy. Now try entering the park, and we can start our Indigo
Now I
adventure.
really can barely see. Good. Because I can still see partly, but it's just obstructing my vision enough, you know? But it's also just goofy. I see the bird up. Okay, there we go. I can partially see. Ugh!
Pardon our dust, buddy. Looks like the park is going through some renovations. For the inconvenience, your Rambley Tuesday discount will be 3% off. Why not celebrate this great deal with a ride on my railroad? To test your
Rambley,
slipping
let me
skills,
out of here,
I'll
man.
let you find this one all by yourself.
Ugh!
Your facial data suggests
No!
you may be a bit older than the target audience for this ride, but it's one of my favorites. Do you know why Rambley the raccoon loves Rambley's railroad?
Just a little bit. No! Oh. I think it'll be alright. Just try not to spit or nothing. Ugh.
Welcome to Rambley's Railroad. I'm Conductor Rambley. Molly McCall.
It's Molly McCall, the greatest pilot you ever saw.
You sure are, Mol. Why, you only crashed into 6 bars this week.
I'm not crashing, Rambley. I'm barnstorming.
What's barnstorming?
Ah!
Kyle, it barely hurts at all. Say, those young adventurers you've got along with you look like great pilots. Why not try your hand at flying in my ride? Rooftop racing.
Admission included with the critter cuff.
How many of you would pet Rambley for real? Be honest. All of you. All of you would pet Rambley for real.
Oh, Finley, come on out and greet the people.
Unless that's rude or something.
Why the long face and body?
You've known me for 100 years, Rambley.
Smothered by Rambley plushie.
Always long, because I'm always
So I'm gonna
longing
die.
for a new seashell for my collection.
Oh, Finley, you should come out of your shell.
No!
How about you come into it instead? Oceanic Odyssey. Teach you
No!
all about the wonders down under the deep blue sea. It's as blue as me. I hope you'll visit. I'm so lonely.
Oceanic Odyssey currently closed for repairs.
Alright, anyway. Come on. All I see is purple head. My left eye has to be completely shut. His head is in my eye. Which way am I going? I heard the door. Is it right here? No. Where's the door? Where's the door? Oh, son of a nutcracker, dude. There it is. No, he doesn't. One, two, okay. No, he doesn't. Ugh, where are we going? Pipes. Molly is right here then. Right? No? This way. Yeah, there's Molly. Okay, so I'm looking at Molly. Turn around. Yep. And I go left. And I should be able to... The gears! I got turned around. I think I did it. Why was that so much harder? I think it's because I adjusted him. He should stay adjusted right there, huh? Yeah, probably. It just hurts, man.
Hey there, Lloyd.
Quit being a baby, it's just
Do not
rambling.
shame
It'll
me
be
with
alright.
that common folk name. I am the proud, the prestigious,
Man, I really can't see now.
professional Lloydford L. Lion, actor extraordinaire.
Great act, Lloyd.
Of
I lost
course
my
it
key.
was. I'm the real
I can open my left eye now. Okay. Bottom right corner is hard, dude.
So, what do you think? Pretty fun, right? Now you know all about my friends and Lloyd. So, where do you want to go?
Oceanic Odyssey.
Buddy, come over here.
No. This is so disorientating. Why is it so disorientating? It's wild.
Well, look at that.
Hey.
You're at Jetstream Junction. Oops. Looks like Jetstream Junction's...
Oh yeah, this is way worse. I can only see the bottom right corner, and it's so disorientating. It feels angled funny.
This here is an information kiosk. If there's anything around...
I gotta like look to my right hardcore to go straight, I think.
On about it.
I'm stuck. Okay, I gotta go more to the right, right? What am I doing wrong? Am I pressing the D button? No, I'm not. What the heck? Ah! Hi, am I petting you? There we go. Oh, because I'm not supposed to see the way I'm going at all. So I got the door's there, I gotta go like this. Oh, that's wild, dude, forget that. I can't even see what I'm going, so let's go main stage, which is right there. Like, this is where I can see it out of my right corner, is looking where I'm looking now, so I gotta look like this. Right? Wrong. Right. Ish. Oh dear. Ah!
Hey, buddy, I've got eyes all over the park, but I can't see anything behind the stage. You're going back there because
No!
the club is not yet able to resuscitate you.
I got a raccoon on my face. Holy shit, that actually startled me. My stomach is cramping up. Ah! Just hug the right, hug the right. There we go. Just hugging the right wall seems to work. Holy shit, I ended up backwards. Okay. I know where I am! Oh my, okay, hold on. Yes, there we go. No. Holy shit, dude. Or yes, yes. Yes! You already know! You already know, Lloyd! Sorry, Rambley. I just coughed all over your back, dude. Get lost, Molly. She sat there for a minute, right? A little bit longer than normal? Ah. Oh shoot, it's time. Oh no! I'm getting saliva on him, dude. No. Oh no.
Say, why don't you check out Molly's roof?
I gotta hurry this up!
It's not far
I'm
from
getting saliva all over you, dude.
here. Get into the bigger rides.
Dude! Oh my gosh, I can't see. There you go. Kinda. No!
Oh no, this is horrible.
Yes, it is!
Looks like Molly crashed into the ride again. Don't worry though, your pal Rambley has a repairman on
Okay, here comes the moment of truth. We're really gonna try to blind ourselves a lot here. Not like all the way. I'm gonna rewrap Rambley. Golly, I'm slobbering all over you, dude. I'm sorry. You're actually pretty clean, but still, it's still kind of not really what you want. Excuse you.
Say, why don't you check out Molly's landing pad? It's not far from here. It's a great cool
Okay, good. He still smells like Rambley, not like disgust like I do. Anyway,
races.
we're gonna readjust Rambley to be pretty. Wow, you know that hurt my ear, dude. What the heck? Actually, kind of hurt my ear. What the heck's going on with that? Anyway, sorry about that. Wow, what the heck is going on there, dude? Like, are you serious? Anyway, we're gonna rewrap Rambley to be obviously not fully blind. I still get my corner, but I want it to be kind of. I want this to be a challenge. If I don't die a couple times, I'll be pretty surprised. Like, that's the type of challenge I'm looking for. Shoot, I don't have a coaster, dude. Because I'm not used to being in here like. I'm not used to the drink being here that long. Even if I'm here longer, the drink's not. I got a paper here. I'm going to go ahead and fold it up and use it as a coaster for now. Paper is a terrible coaster, but it's what we got. Okay. Head on. Apply directly to the forehead. Shoot! Rambolini! You have to be applied to my forehead, Rambley. Only 18,575 of you are made, and you want to tell me you're extinct? Alright, anyways. He didn't tell me that. I promise he didn't tell me that. I'm just being a jerk. Anyway, come on. Come on, right there. Head on.
That hurts, but there we go. I can't see at all. Only a little. I can see the corner again. Okay. I'm going to be quiet because I cannot talk very well at all. Oh, you're going to hear some loud.
My breathing is going to be really loud. I apologize. I'll try not to, but hey.
Okay! It's so tight! Yeah! You are an obstruction, Rambley. You are obstructing my vision. Your thigh is in my mouth. Literally, his freaking thigh is in my mouth. Oh man. Okay. Maybe I'll make it. Maybe I'll make it first try.
I mean, I can still see, just it sucks to see is all, so maybe I'll make it first try. Oh shoot, dude, this thing's falling off now. It's falling off. No, my freaking... No! Damn it. Hey. Okay, that falling off... That's a rule, too. If that falls off in the middle of the run, we have to restart. We have to let her kill us, because that's ridiculous. Alright, Rambley. We're going to face this issue head on. Oh my gosh. His hard plastic nose is there. This is what we should have done from the beginning, though, because I can actually breathe now and talk okay. And I can actually see even less, believe it or not. So, his nose really hurts, but I'm going to shut up and deal with it. I can see the right corner still, but a lot less of it. Oh. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm in the green slide. I'm in the green slide. We're going. There's a trampoline. First trampoline done. Okay, second trampoline coming up. Turn around. No, go left. Woo! I think the 149 times I played before this are definitely helping me out. I almost went left. Okay. Oh no. She's fast right here too. Okay. We almost got it, Rambley. You're breaking my nose, dog. I'm not gonna lie to you. You gotta settle down. Gosh, it takes so long to let you respawn. Let me go. Yeah. Alright, Rambley, let's try this again. Okay, here we go. Okay. Go! So that's what I'm talking about the slide. You have to be so freaking precise. You can tell my head's totally to the left. I'm trying to like see as much as I can. I know it's not straight. If it was straight, I wouldn't be able to see anything. I think. Oh, I got good. Yeah, here's straight. I wouldn't really be able to see anything. I'm allowing myself to see like this little tiny right corner over here, which is helping, but obviously I'm still getting slain. My gosh, I gotta get this pressure off my nose, Rambo. Yeah, that's too much sight though. I can see too much right there. about like that? There we go. Now I can't see nothing. Golly, I'm spamming E, dude. Alright, let's go. I can see the right corner still, kind of, sort of. Not too well, but I can see it. It's like every time I die, the vision's getting worse. Like, dude, really? Now Rambley's foot is in my mouth, dude. I think that's his foot, at least. I'm not sure. Like, every time I die, I'm making it worse for myself. Like, that makes sense. She's too fast! No, no, no! Go, go, go. Remember, look to the right, look to the right. Don't look straight, look to the right. That's how you go straight, so you're looking to the right. The disorientation's insane. You'll live, you'll live. Shut up, you'll live. It'll be alright. Okay, this is where you died last time. You got this. You got this. You're going upstairs, I think, right? Yes, I think, yes. Okay, go, go. You got this, dude. You got this. We got this! Holy crap, I can't see anything in the tunnels! I can't see nothing! Let's go, okay. Let's go. Follow the lights, follow the lights. There's reflections and light. There's a screen, I think. No, that's the light. There's the screen.
Wait, hold on. This one's staff only.
Did I make it? Did I make it? Okay, hold on. Just keep going. You can bite me, Molly! Yeah, dude, screw doing that chase blindfolded all the way, dude. Even with just like a quarter of the screen, I was struggling hard. Oh, man.
Plenty of amenities and,
I don't know. I just saw this goofy, stupid challenge. That'd be funny. I mean, it is kind of fun, so.
is an important part of our policy here at Indigo Park, so.
Now I can see with my left eye, see?
To be honest about something. The park has been inactive for years. Employees stopped showing up. Guests too. Yes, sir. I just was so
Oh, man.
see a visitor.
Bro, forget this rap, though, dude. Oh. It's a lot of pressure I was putting Rambley on my nose with.
I didn't realize just how much disrepair the park is fallen into. Wasting all of your time. Sorry for the inconvenience.
I'm just going to hold him like this the rest of the time, bro.
I have an idea.
'Cause
I have
it's almost
access to the
over.
Repair documentation in my database.
It'll be all right.
Just can't execute most tasks without authorization from a human
Such a
user.
crybaby, dude. Like, Wes, Rambley's too hard on my face. Like, shut up, dude.
Too, right? Would you be willing to help me restore the park?
I'd actually be pretty blindfolded like
See
this.
your facial tracking data that you aren't opposed to this.
I'm gonna bite him. I'm gonna bite his little bandana. I'm gonna bite it. Hold on. No, I don't want to bite it. I mean, I was biting it a little bit, but no. All right, you know what? He's got to get strapped back on the face. Yeah, I gotta move. Oh, dude, his tag is cutting into my freaking eye. Oh, okay. Yeah. I really can't see. That's okay. That's not. There we go. There's my right corner. Which way do I go? I see. All I see is purple. I see Ed's arm a tiny bit, like the. Let's look on the floor. I think that's the TV monitor. That's the way out.
Okay, welcome to the crew, Rookie Wrangler. Registered. Your first official job as one of Rambley's Wranglers, registered, is to get out of the Rambley's Wranglers, registered, room. Head left towards the Rookie Wrangler, registered, security room to set yourself free. Phew, kind of exhausting to say that whole spiel, but Rambley's Wranglers, registered, is a registered trademark that expired yesterday.
Think that's the sign? Rookie Wrangler, yeah. Why is it not going black? I didn't go in there. Okay. Rookie Wrangler, go in. What did it do? What did it do? Oh my gosh, how am I all the way back here? Rookie Wrangler. There's a door. Go in the door. Jeez. I'm goofy, dude. Ow! Really? Okay, here's the bottom right. I'm gonna start clicking, spamming. What do I do? What do I do?
Congratulations! You found me! Don't I look adorable?
Yes. Well, I don't know. I wouldn't know. I mean, yeah. I mean, I've got a pretty close view of you. You're pretty adorable. Yes.
Wow! You made it to Ocean
Yes,
Island.
I did.
You're doing a great job, Rookie Wrangler. You'll find a
Oh. What the hell did I just do?
class. Never really know what.
Oh, I went to tab. Okay. Ah! I love you, little buddy, but get the heck off. Yeah.
Hey, buddy. You okay?
That was a goofy little challenge.
Do you need a moment?
Definitely goofy for sure. Holy
It's
crap.
fine. I don't blame you for taking
Fun,
rest
but
after all
goofy.
that. Heck, I could go for a nice,
Rambley?
relaxing defragmentation myself.
I love you.
Before you settle down, you up for a little
But I don't need you on my
survey to help us
face.
improve the park? Thanks
Whew.
for visiting Indigo Park. Hope all your dreams came true.
I'm listening to the review twice today.
Some time and you're up for a
Jeez.
lark. Stick around for the Rambley review. I'm here to offer my best to each valuable guest I assist. And lots of happy
Make sure I didn't mess it up at all.
feedback ensures I get to
Think he'll be all right.
exist. Were you satisfied?
He's just got a little trauma, as do I.
Satisfied with your guide? Do you plan to come back? Will I see
Yeah, I'm
you
coming back
again?
right now.
Your experience convinced you to tell a friend about us. Did I earn your trust?
Little bit. Little bit.
At Indigo Park, there is a stark contrast to everything I know this place should be. But out of the dark, you've given a spark of sunshine to this kingdom's faithful devotee. At Indigo Park, more than my remarks are mysteries. Even I don't know what we might find. But fight through the dark, and I'll be your spark of sunshine to get you out of any bind. That is, if you want to keep going. Oh, idea! I know all of this isn't fair to you. It's an awful lot to ask. But here comes Rambley Review Part 2 to sell you on our task. I'm here to view and assess each valuable guest as I learn. And lots of happy feedback ensures you're gonna return. Right, I'm so happy you rode a ride and saw the show. I'm so happy to be your guide. More than you know. So come back anytime, I'd love to see you again. In all my thousands of days, I've never had a friend like you. At least I hope I do. At Indigo Park, there is a stark contrast to everything I know this place should be. But out of the dark, you've given a spark of sunshine to this kingdom's faithful devotee. At Indigo Park, more than my remarks are mysteries. Even I don't know what we might find. through the dark.
There we go. There's some good things in here. There's a lot of theories. I'm just on the... I'm on the... You know, hold on. We're gonna let this finish, and then I've gotta...
Okay, I'll let you go. See you next time, buddy. Please?
Far out, dude! We're actually going to close out the game so we can test this microphone again. How's it going? Okay. Yeah, see, it's a little too heavy on the breathing. Yeah, so is that. Come on, where's it at? Test. A little too quiet on the voice. Test. I like to get into the red. I don't know why. I've seen that works better, I feel like. I know the yellow should be about perfect, but it's not. Not for me, at least. Yeah, the breathing should be okay like that. Test. Test. All right. Yep. All right. We're going to roll with that. Hopefully that sounds as good as it looks like it sounds. Can't tell if there's a slight delay or not. It doesn't seem like there was. Okay. Now we're going to just relaunch Indigo from the top. So I've got the Indigo Park wiki here, the fandom, whatever. And I'm on the theories section. So these are like the most popular theories, you know. Like that's really what I'm going to talk about here today, at least, is the most popular theories, you know. We've all seen them. Probably. But we're going to let Isaac go over his first spiel. We're gonna let Isaac talk, and then we'll do the first theory. I'll get through an area, then we'll do the second theory. You know, that's how we'll kind of do it.
Newfound paradise, we welcome you. Indigo Park offers a slice of the American dream to call your own. In this place, echoes of days gone are brought back to life as a new generation captures a glimpse of the exciting potential
good?
of tomorrow.
Yeah, I think he's good.
Indigo Park pays homage to the values, dreams, and unwavering truths that gave rise to our great nation. Here you embark on the journey of a lifetime, a place of creativity, joy...
I'm not going to actually read too much about the theory. I'm going to, like, read it so I can give a raw reaction to it. Raw-ish. I mean, I've probably heard a lot of these before, but I haven't heard them in detail. This looks like it explains it in detail, kind of, so... And I might say, like, no, that's wrong, or yes, that's right, and, you know, someone might be like, dude, you're wrong, because you're stupid, this, you know, and then I might be like, oh, shoot. Or I might be like, no, I'm not convinced, you know? By the way, I should definitely plug in the fan for my laptop. I don't know what it is. It doesn't like Indigo Park. It plays plenty of other games without getting hot, but Indigo Park, it just... Hold on. Test. Okay, good. We're good. I've been having a lot of issues with my microphone. So, like, I was like, okay. I don't really would rather it not go out on episode 150. You know what I mean? By the way, is this thing still good? No, I can't boop Rambley. Do I need to? I guess not. I guess it's fine if the mouse isn't showing. Anyway. So before we even get into the park, the first theory we're going to talk about... okay, so it says the theories around the park and what is happening is quite hard to grasp, so here will be a couple theories rewarded and fixed for your viewing pleasure. Note, the current theories are made with only Chapter 1's information. That's kind of given. We will need to add or delete theories when newer chapters release. It's a given. So as said before, take everything with a grain of salt, of course. Awesome. Okay. What destroyed the park? A lot of people have attempted to speculate what happened to the park that saw it shut down. Theory 1. Rambley is evil, or there is an evil robot version of him. Well, you know, If anyone knows me, I've been saying for the longest time I don't buy the Rambley's evil theory, and you can bite me on that. So I'm already going to say no on this. The evil robot version of him is kind of new to me a little bit. Not really. I mean, I know about the mascot version of him theory. Evil robot version? Unless they're calling the mascots robots, perhaps. This theory states that Rambley is to blame for what happened at the park, and is further given ground to stand on by a voice line given by a Molly McCaw animatronic after Rambley's railroad breaks down. These voice lines are not Rambley and he hurts Lloyd, which I, of course, always say no he doesn't. Which suggests that maybe there is two versions of Rambley, since it is possible he had a physical mascot like Molly and Lloyd as well as his AI version. If the others also have an AI version, it may explain why he wasn't too fazed about killing Molly's mascot, despite them being best friends. Dude, I would love if the others have an AI version. You know how much more personality they'd have? Okay. So basically, it does kind of make sense. Rambley having... I feel like Rambley having a mascot version of himself does kind of make sense. Because why wouldn't they make a mascot version of the star of the frickin' show? I mean, even in that audio recording when you pick up the Rambley head... And the dude's like, dude, we just got this damn raccoon costume. Like, you freaking serious with these mascots? So, if they didn't have a raccoon mascot, then they would still be dressing up in the raccoon costume, right? So it does actually make a lot of sense that there's a Rambley mascot. You know, in a way, I kind of hope there's not. I don't know why. I just don't want that. But I mean, if it happens, I mean, it's not a deal breaker for me. But I could actually kind of sort of buy into the evil version of him, like the mascot version of him. I can kind of buy into a little bit. I really can. I can kind of buy into that because it just makes sense. If they have mascots of Finley, which is ridiculously huge, we don't need to go there. But they have a mascot of Finley. They got a mascot of Lloyd. They got a mascot of Molly. Why on planet Earth would they not have a mascot of the main star? So it makes a lot of sense. To me, at least. So I can kind of get behind that. Rambley, the AI being evil, though, miss me with that. Some evil mascot version, fine. I could actually see that being a possibility. It also could not be, because Rambley's an AI, and that's kind of who he... No, because then they have the raccoon costume, though. The guy literally says, now we have to get, we have this raccoon costume, we're not going to get to use it. So, I would say that I'd say him having a mascot is probable. Whether that mascot is the purpose for the park being destroyed, that's another story, you know, I'm not too sure on that. But that's the first theory we got. We're going to get to through the train or to the train? We're going to get to the train and we'll go over the next one.
Hi there.
Hold on.
And welcome to
I'm supposed to walk. I'm sorry. We'll start now.
Engaging family fun experience. Jump into the world of your favorite character. Wait, you're our first.
I'm kind of just going to walk and talk about theories the whole time, I think.
3 minutes and 38 seconds.
In fact, I'm not going to wait till the railroad. I'm going to get into the next one after this.
Rambley the raccoon. And it's my job to make sure your experience here at Indigo Park is the most fun it can be. Just hop on over to the registration center to your left, where our friendly assistant will help you begin your adventure in the park. Hi, I'm Rambley the raccoon, and it's my job to make sure your experience here at Indigo Park is registered. Let me just get a good look at you. Don't seem to have your face in our guest list. Is this your first time here at the park? Or did you just get plastic surgery? No worries. It's Rambley Tuesday, so you qualify.
I'm an hour past my bedtime, bucko.
Just follow me to the main gate. Ooh, I can't wait for you to see everything Indigo Park has to offer.
So yeah, it's not going to be like a full-on roleplay or nothing. I'm just going to walk around and kind of observe everything. You know, and only run when I need to and just kind of have a chill chat. So once we get the Indigo Compact Violet Generator moving, we'll go ahead and we'll talk about the next theory that's on this little list here.
What's the holdup? The gate is open. Head on into the entryway. Hold on. My mistake. The gate is not open. There seems to be an error message being sent from the gate's power unit.
Yeah?
Lucky you! You get to be the first person to try our turn on the generator mini Rambley venture.
You're so cool, dude.
Fun.
I freaking love this guy. I never like sit around to actually watch his animations anymore. I forget how freaking lovable he really is. I forget like how much of a G Rambley is. Like he's the man.
The Indigo Violet Compact Power Generator. But it seems to be inoperable. Looks like it's missing a piece. Can you find it?
Where I picked that up, I just really want to take in this environment. All right. Theory number 2 reads, Salem caused this. Okay. The theory goes that Salem caused the event 8 years ago, which resulted in the park being closed. Which is what could have been hinted at in the arcade minigame. Because in the arcade minigame, Salem used their potions on squirrels, which caused the squirrels to become evil and attack Rambley as he looked for Molly Macaw. So maybe Salem themselves caused the park's destruction. So, okay, I understand that the theory is far more complex than this, but I understand it's a lot more complex. But what I'm reading here is Salem made squirrels go crazy, and therefore she destroyed an entire theme park. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying this theory. I'm not buying it. I think in the arcade she uses potions on squirrels because that's who she is. And what I imagine to be the lore or the frickin' like the story behind Indigo Park, like the fake story that, you know, the mascots live in, like how Mickey Mouse has Mickey Mouse World, you know, Rambley has Rambley World, like in their world, like their TV shows and their video games and their things like that, Salem's the bad guy. Kind of like Dr. Eggman is to Sonic or something like that, you know? She's the bad guy, and she uses, you know, her name's Salem, so she probably uses witchcraft, you know, or potions, as she did at least, you know? So she's using magic, basically. Magic, potions, or whatever to fight her enemy, being Rambley and the rest of the crew. You know what I mean? Which would be pretty much the only reason she used squirrels and poison Molly and everything. She's in the story, she's a bad guy. That's just it. You know, she's the villain. Or if she's not the villain, she's at the very least an anti-hero or whatever, you know? But I'm not buying that because Salem poisoned squirrels, she destroyed the park. I get it. I get it's frustrating to hear me say that because there's a lot more that goes into it, and I'm sure. But I don't think I can be swayed on that. I really don't, okay? That's where I'm going with that. And yes, we will be playing the arcade, and I'll try to pay some close attention to it, but I'm not really riding with that theory. So far, theory number 1 seems the most likely. Not Rambley being evil. The fact that he has an evil mascot seems the most likely.
Okay, for real this time. Welcome to Indigo Park.
Thanks, dude. Did I pick up Lloyd? I did. Of course I picked up Rambley. I always pick up Rambley. Let me double check, though. Yeah, he ain't sitting in there. Anyway. Yeah, because, I don't know, to me, that Salem causing it is just, it's bizarre. Like, I get it's in character, but that's the thing, it's in character. Like, this is real life, you know?
Oh,
I don't know.
silly Rambley. Every guest needs a critter.
I mean, it's real life in the fake world, you get it.
Areas, charge payments to your room, and
I don't know, I'm not buying that theory. Maybe there's some info the rest of you got that I don't, but I'm not buying that theory. Get your critter cuff here.
There you go, buddy. Your very own critter cuff. A new way to interact with the park. that also doubles as a pedometer, heart monitor, and mood ring. Data disclosure agreement.
I definitely should have been looking at the Rambley screen. That's okay, though. Alright, we got our critter cuff. Let's go ahead and go to the... Well, we'll talk about this next theory in front of the statue of Isaac Indigo, I suppose.
Uh-oh, the door is
Excuse you!
seriously locked. Why not test out your band and save the day? Hooray! Great work, buddy. Now try entering the park, and we can start.
And real quick,
adventure.
another thing with the theory too, I get that it was just using the arcade as an example. Like, you know, this could be further supported because this in the arcade, that's not the reason they're saying she destroyed the park. I get it. But all I'm reading, at least from this part of the wiki, is literally just Salem destroyed the park. And it's hinted at because she poisoned squirrels in the arcade game. So I'm just like, I mean, literally, it says that she caused the park to be destroyed, and it's hinted at in the arcade game because she uses potions on squirrels, which caused the squirrels to become evil and attack Rambley. So Salem himself caused the park destruction. Like the Salem mascot crafted potions and, caused the humans to turn, or mascots to turn, sorry, not the humans, poison the other mascots. But I'm not buying it. I'm just not. I'm not buying that one. It seems a little too, I don't know. I'm not buying that one. But, I mean, if it turns out to be right, I mean, whatever. But what's up, y'all? Boop. All right, here we go. Theory number 3. These 3 are for behind the park's destruction. Again, clarifying. The mascots rebelled. Via both Molly's lines and the recording from the mascot head, it's implied that various employees were not happy about the new organic mascots. The attitude and lines imply they may have been mistreated during the park's operation. They could have snapped or otherwise rebelled, causing the park to be abandoned. I mean, they obviously snapped. It's just kind of boring. It makes sense. It's just kind of boring. Like, the mascots started all innocent, and then because the humans abused them, they rebelled and snapped. I mean, it's definitely possible. I could get behind it. I'm not saying this one or even number 1 I believe is what happened, because I kind of don't. But I'm just saying I can get behind them, I could get behind 3 more than 1. Because at theory 1, I do believe a Rambley mascot is possible. Do I believe he is what was responsible for the park closing down solely? No. Do I believe Salem is responsible for the park closing down solely? Definitely not. The mascots rebelling makes more logical sense for the park closing down entirely than the other 2 theories to me. But I don't even know if it's a rebel, like they rebelled, or if they're animals, you know what I mean? The animal instinct may have just kicked in. It might not be rebellion. It might not be, vindictive. It might just be their animal instinct kicked in, and they're just like animal, Because that's what they are. They were animals that were experimented on, I'm fairly certain. Or if not, I mean, they're some sort of organic matter that's, not really got... I mean, they got brain power, but, like, not sophisticated brain power like a human being would, Yes, I know Molly can speak, but she's just repeating stuff. The mascot Molly. So, I can get behind, out of those 3 theories, being theory 1 was Rambley's evil, or there's an evil robot version of him. Theory 2, Salem caused the whole thing. And theory 3, the mascots rebelled. The mascots rebelled, if I have to pick a winner, is the one I'm picking. Theory 3 would, out of those theories, I'm not saying I necessarily believe it, but out of those 3, I'd be most likely to believe Theory 3. So it would be Theory 3, then Theory 1, then Theory 2. I'm really not feeling Theory 2. I'm just not. Salem causing it, I'm just not feeling that. The mascots rebelling, actually, I mean, there's a lot of sense that could be made of that. You know, the employees were not happy with the mascots being there. Restart, buddy, you got to walk. The employees were not happy with the mascots being there, you know? So it's definitely possible. I mean, I don't really have a full-on theory about what happened to the park. I haven't really sat down to theorize it. I mean, it could have just lost control because they gave them their animal instincts, you know? I mean, yes, it could be because they're mistreated, you know, but I don't know if we're vibing with that or not. But I'm definitely going with that one over those 3. The next section is actually pretty good to start after the train ride.
Pardon our dust, buddy. Looks like the park is going through some renovations. For the inconvenience, your Rambley Tuesday discount will be 3% off. Why not celebrate this great deal with a ride on my railroad? To test your sleuthing skills, I'll let you find this one all by yourself.
He's really awesome, isn't he? I mean, look at this. A smelly scheme. Look, and then there's potions, and then there's all the potions around. Rambley's trying to hold his breath to avoid getting poisoned. I mean, dude, that's just her character. That's just her character. You know, that's all. It's just her character. It's just who she is in the series. That's who she is. You know, that's just who she is. That's why, like, I don't know, Theory 2 I'm not necessarily vibing with too much. That's her character. By the way, she does look badass. I will admit, for all the Salem fans out there, she does look very badass. I'll give you that. Rambley also looks super hilarious in this photo. And this photo is amazing. I promise if I was driving and any of you were my passenger, this is how we would look. I would look like Molly, you'd look like that. I promise you that. I got to work on my driving for sure. There goes Rambley right there. A reanimated 1920s classic. That is adorable, absolutely. My favorite poster up here is actually probably the Salem one, just because of how awesome she does look. And how Rambley's just like, you could tell he's scared, dude. But then this one's super funny. So is this one. I love these two a lot. This one's just cute. Anyway, I don't know why I'm talking about posters on a wall, but hey, whatever. Rambleberry Woods! Finley's Grotto, however you want to say it. The man, the myth, the legend himself. Rambley. I'm going to lower my brightness all the way. Hopefully you can see my phone screen like this. Come on. I don't think you'll be able to see it. Too much reflection. Actually, I want the brightness up more, right? Not less. I doubt you're able to see that. You see it? Probably not. If you can, it's my little Rambley statue I have in my toolbox at work. Like this big. My coworker 3D printed it for me. Love you forever for that, by the way. I love that little Rambley thing. Literally, I'll come into work, right? He's right where I would grab, like, my radio, because I'm a maintenance guy in a warehouse, so we got to carry radios and stuff. So, right where I grab my radio, if I'm coming in, I know I have a lot of work to do, or if I'm just not feeling it that day, you know, I come in, I'm like, I go grab my keys and pick up my radio. The second I'm like, man, I don't want to be here, or man, like, I don't want to do this today. I got to do it. I don't want to do it, or whatever. Like, it's kind of rare that I have bad days. I'm pretty enthusiastic about my job in general, but it happens to all of us, right? Or just days where you know you're coming into something messed up. Every time I'm like kind of irritated, I go to pick up my radio and I pick it up and Rambley's right there, you know, doing that. And I'm just like, it's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. He pops up on these ones. It's been a while since I've actually paid attention to what goes on, isn't it?
The facial data suggests you may be a bit older than the target audience for this ride, but it's one of my favorites. Do you know why Rambley the raccoon loves Rambley's railroad? Because I like trains.
Whoa. Ah, man. Bro, I got some crazy cramps, dude. Jeez, they're everywhere, man. You're gonna see me like move around uncomfortably and do that a lot. I'm sorry, just cramping bad.
Welcome to Rambley's Railroad. I'm Conductor Rambley.
The next theory has to do with that picture up there. Kinda. Not really. That just Rambley and Lloyd, really. We'll get into it after the train ride.
Oh, look! It's Molly McCaw!
It's Molly McCaw, the greatest pilot you ever saw.
You sure are, Moll. Why, you only crashed into 6 bars this week.
I'm not crashing, Rambley. I'm barnstorming.
What's barnstorming?
It's crashing with style. It barely hurts at all. Say, those young adventurers you got along with you look like great pilots. Why not try your hand at flying in my ride? Rooftop races.
Admission included with your critter cuff.
Yeah!
Oh, Finley! Come on out and greet the people!
Hi, Rambley.
I'm not gonna get much like spoilers for these theories, but I'm gonna count how many there are.
You've known me for 100 years, Rambley.
There's only one theory for this.
Because I'm always longing for a new seashell for my collection.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Finley! You should come out of your shell!
Okay.
How about you?
So there's not a whole lot. There's, in total, we have...
My ride,
one,
Oceanic Odyssey, will teach you all about the wonders
4,
down under
maybe
the
5.
deep
Okay,
blue sea.
that's enough though.
It's as blue as me. I hope you'll visit. I'm so lonely.
Oceanic
Finley,
closed for repairs.
listen. It's gonna be okay. So, we're not gonna talk about a theory right now. Because this in the background is not where it's at. Like literally, even Salem's area is destroyed. Like, she's so secretive. I think she's got Rambley beat on the sassy stance, though. I'll tell you that much. I thought that was her hand in the air, too. No, her hand's down here. Oh, on her hip? Yeah, she's got Rambley beat on the sassiness for sure. He had it with the arms crossed and the, you know, the arms and legs crossed, you know. He had the little sass to him, but she's got him beat for sure. Anyway, the sass wars have been decided. Hey, hey, shush. We already talked about that. No, he doesn't. There's no way I shut off my phone, right? Okay, just out of force of habit, shut my tabs. I've been so mad. I need to grab that. Have I already missed a an item? I do not believe I have. Okay. Lloyd's limos, and then there's a random Finley statue back here too. Isn't there a theory around this statue alone? Maybe not. There's the Lloyd's limos back there, which goes into the theory of Rambley taking the park from Lloyd, basically. Which I kind of already get behind that because there's so much evidence for it, like Lloyd being on the thing behind Isaac Indigo and Lloyd's statue. I mean, that one's kind of almost set in stone for me in a way. It's almost not even a theory. It's almost proven, right? It's almost fact. Like, it's almost like we already know for sure that Lloyd was the main face and then Rambley became the main face, correct? I'm assuming. I mean, that's a theory I buy into. I just see the evidence for it and I'm like, all right, fair enough.
Hey there, Lloyd.
Do not shame me with that common folk name. I am the proud.
You are common folk, bro.
prestigious, the professional Lloydford L. Lion, actor tour extraordinaire.
Common folk extraordinaire.
Of course it was.
Once we get out of here and let Rambley talk, like once we leave the gift shop, I'll start talking about the next the next couple theories.
So, what do you think? Pretty fun, right? Now you know all about my friends and Lloyd. So, where do you want to go?
Yeah. Steam and Steel Souvenirs is actually a really awesome shop name. That's a badass name. Steam and Steel Souvenirs is awesome, alright? Indigo Park. Collectible model train. You look different, pal. Yeah, 6-inch vinyl figure. You look different. Look different than the one I got. Mine looks like the Raction figure, I'm pretty sure, right? Chugga 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 choo choo. It'd be cool if they had like the little screen or a little picture of Rambley on it, like the train. These shirts are goofy, bro. I know y'all wear this t-shirt. I really don't know if I would or not. I really don't know if I would or not, to be honest. It's a little bit of a stretch for me. It really is, but it is Rambley, and I love Rambley to death, so who knows. I mean, he definitely beats the other shirts. The other shirts are so basic. Out of the basic shirts... Probably Molly, actually. Oh, wait, hold on. There's Rambley over here, so it would be Rambley for sure. Just because he's Rambley. But after that, Molly's shirt. Then Lloyd's, then Finley. I'm sorry again, Finley. I'm throwing so much shade your way, and I don't mean to. I just, like, I don't know. Anyway, here we go. It's a beautiful view. Alright, so the next theory section is what happened between Rambley and Lloyd. A little bit of a long read. It is clear that Rambley and Lloyd were once friends, or at least colleagues. However, at the time when the game is set, Rambley has an intense dislike of Lloyd. It is entirely possible that Lloyd's showman persona eventually annoyed Rambley so much that he grew to dislike him, but other aspects are noteworthy. In the item description for Lloyd's plushie, the protagonist states, "I feel like as a kid, Indigo used Lloyd a lot more." In Rambley's response to the retro Lloyd plush, he angrily asked where the retro plushies were for the rest of them. It seems likely Indigo was pushing Lloyd a lot, possibly due to him being a fan favorite, and Rambley didn't like that him and the rest of the cast were being sidelined. This could eventually have led to Rambley to dislike Lloyd entirely. And literally for this, there's only one theory. So we're going to go over that one theory now, and then we'll talk about it as I'm walking around the park here. So theory one, or only theory as it seems. Most of the elements in the game that hint at Lloyd being the main mascot before Rambley are hidden in locations Rambley can't view, such as the Lloyd's limo sign in the backstage area behind Salem's section of Rambley's Railroad, and the hand-holding posed gold statue of Lloyd in the theater's backstage area. Perhaps Rambley initially tried to befriend Lloyd as he had with the other Indigo mascots, but Lloyd kept demanding the spotlight, insisting he's the real star around here, because that used to generally be the case. Rambley lacked context, and nobody ever explained it to him, so Lloyd's behavior came off as obnoxiously selfish in Rambley's point of view, and inconsiderate to not only him, but other characters of the park whom Rambley believed deserve equal amounts of love. This led to Rambley's negative attitude towards Lloyd, who in turn likely saw him as a usurper, robbing him of his position and then kicking him while he's down. Wow. I have not heard that theory before. That's actually like kind of a wholesome theory in a way. Like, almost like if Rambley figured out, like, he'd be like, oh, dude, I'm sorry. And Lloyd would be like, you know what, bro? That's all right. Bring it in. You know? That's actually a wholesome theory. It makes sense. You know what? Like, reading it out loud, it kind of makes sense. Especially when you look around here, you know, inside, like, the part where Rambley can't see any of his mementos. That's true. The Lloyd's limos and frickin' the Lloyd statue, Rambley can't see it. There's no indication that Rambley can see. Even the painted statue out front, Lloyd, like, it's Rambley by the time Rambley's out there, you know? Oh, wow. That's actually, like... Yeah.
Buddy, come over here.
That's actually insane. I don't know what, like, if I believe that or not.
If there's anything around the park you want to ask me about, just stop by here and I'll ramble on about it.
We're going to grab these other collectible. Oh, I thought that was the Rambley I missed. I was like, what? We're going to grab these other collectibles on our way back because I don't like how they glitch back into being in existence. So we'll grab them on the way back, and we'll pet the cat on the way back. That is insanity, to be honest.
Well, look at that.
That theory makes so much sense. It actually, like... It actually hurts. It hurts my brain a little bit because that theory, I don't know if I fully can believe it, but honestly, what else do we have to go on? What else do we know? Besides the fact that Rambley took over, you know, and it might just be part of the show. Him and Lloyd not liking each other, like Salem being the villain, it might just be part of the show. That might be why they're programmed to do that. It might be part of the show. I mean, these are pre-recorded voice lines in Lloyd's area, where he's like, don't shame me with that name. I'm the real star around here. And Rambley's like, all right, whatever, dude. But, so even in the pre-recorded train ride, Rambley and Lloyd are supposed to have some sort of beef. So it might actually be their characters, you know? It's like a bit of a humor for the adults or older audience that, like, they're laughing at the silly little beef between the characters, you know? Even kids would find that stuff funny. So as wholesome as that theory is, I'm going to go ahead and not get behind it. I'm going to go ahead and say I don't buy it. It actually almost had me sold, so I thought about that. As wholesome and awesome as that theory is, I simply feel like Rambley and Lloyd's beef is part of the show. Now, because of that, I will admit Rambley, if it is just part of the show, Rambley takes it too far. But also, it might just be part of the show. He's, you know, he's a little squirrely dude where he's like ah, you know, like he's just energetic. He gets worked up, you know. Now, granted, him saying give this mistake to a child and they'll cry is a little overkill. So there might be some real hatred in there. It might not just be part of the show, you know, unless Rambley, like Lloyd, is a tremendous actor. It could just be part of. It's definitely part of the show. That for me is without question because of the stage train ride. It's definitely part of the show. But is it only part of the show is the question. And if it's not only part of the show, then this theory can stand true in the sense of Rambley doesn't see all this extra stuff, and it could make sense. So in a way, because the only reason I'm not getting behind the theory is because I'm over here just saying, well, no, because it's probably staged beef. But if it's staged beef, take it a little too far, you know, that theory can possibly add up. I mean, overall, I'm going to say I'm not buying it because of what I mainly say, but I'm also saying what I'm saying and what that theory says. They don't have to be separate. They can coexist. They can be one and the same. That was a cool one. That was an interesting one that actually made me think. I like that one. The next one I think is about Critter Cuff, so we're just going to go ahead and wait. Oh yeah, we'll definitely wait for that one.
I've got eyes all over the park, but I can't see anything behind the stage. If you're going back there, be careful. Your Critter Cuff is not yet able to resuscitate you.
That's wild that it can even resuscitate me in the first place, buddy. Can we talk about how Rambley knows I'm going into imminent danger? If you're going back there, be careful. Your critter cuff's not yet able to resuscitate you. Like, all anyone ever focused on is, not yet? What do you mean, not yet? But, like, look past that and think about the fact that he's actually warning you of real danger. He's not oblivious to what's going on around here. You know, as much as I love the little dude, and I do admit he probably doesn't realize how much disrepair the park has fallen into. He's not oblivious at the same time. He even admits, you know, I don't think he's talking about tripping and falling on something in the backstage. He understands that there's something going on back there, you know? Or I don't know, maybe it's just that he's nervous he can't have eyes on you. Now I'm thinking a little too hard. Huh, there's no button there. The same thing that happens in the other area happens here. There's no button here yet. You know what? I am going to start reading this theory once I get the key. I want to talk about the next theory. It's kind of just silence right now. Let me get this pulled up. I'll start talking right now after Lily jump scares me. So this section is called Why Did the Critter Cuff Only Repel Lloyd? Which I've actually never, in all 149 episodes, I've never stopped to think about why it only repels Lloyd and it doesn't even try to repel Molly. So, why did the critter cuff only repel Lloyd? In the events of episode 1, Lloyd attempts to attack the player but is repelled by a sound from the critter cuff. However, at the same time, it didn't do something similar to repel Molly when she was attacking the player, which is very true. And me, being someone who doesn't think, who just does stupid things for no reason, I never thought of that. So I'm pretty curious as to these theories. So here, after Lloyd jump scares, after Lloyd, we actually see the critter cuff do what it does to Lloyd, and we'll talk about the actual theories behind it. But that is wild, actually. I've never thought about that. That's true. It works against Lloyd, because Lloyd was about to kill us. That would be game over. But if Molly, in like theory, if you didn't run in time in the slide, she caught you, she'd kill you. And the critter cuff doesn't stop you. Or it doesn't stop it. Does make you think a little bit, don't it? There's only 2 theories for this. We'll probably... Because after this, there's the mascots, and there's no real theory there. It just talks about them. And then there's a theory from a commenter. So we'll go over these 2 theories right now since they're right here. But there he goes. He's getting scared of the noise. Okay. So theory 1, open, is it's an existing safety feature. It is possible that during the park's operation, with mascot Lloyd, the people in charge were worried about him attacking a guest. They could have designed the critter cuff to emit a sound when he got too close in order to keep him at a distance from the guests. This measure, however, was only put in place with Lloyd, as the others were possibly more docile before the park was closed. So far, that theory makes sense to me. Let's read the second one. The second one is Rambley modified it. Okay. I'm already not liking it, but I gotta keep an open mind. This theory is primarily backed by Rambley's distaste of Lloyd and the Molly animatronic stating that he hurts Lloyd. It is possible that Rambley modified the cuff to produce a sound which hurts Lloyd, but inaudible is to his friends. This could have been a pre-existing sound or something created by Rambley to mess with Lloyd. However, this would have had to been made when the park was open, as Rambley ends up trapped in the entrance afterward. I obviously have a clear bias towards number 1 already. Because I like to imagine Rambley's not that much of a dick, you know? If he is, like, I'm still going to love him because he's my boy, but I would want to give him a firm, like, a stern talking to about being a jackass, you know what I mean? So hopefully that's not the case. Oh, whoops. To be honest, even from an unbiased point of view, Theory 1 makes more sense to me, it being an existing safety feature. I mean, they were money hungry, so like, okay, you know what, let's just make it so they repel Lloyd. But he's given us a lot of money. He's one of our biggest money makers. We can't get rid of him. All right, let's do something to keep the people safer. You know? I can see that. Yeah. In the event of Rambley being evil, then the Rambley 2, you know, Rambley modifying it makes more sense, but... Yeah, I refuse to believe that, so no. So this one doesn't even look like it has a theory, which is like... But I'm going to read it anyway because it's under theories, I'm pretty sure. And then there's also... That cat is so loud. There's also a theory...
Ooh, that's a Rambley cup. Nothing beats the taste of fresh Rambleberry juice drunk directly out of my plastic, lifeless head.
There's a theory from a commenter. So we will also react to his theory. And we'll see what I have to say about that. Or her theory, I have no idea. Let me see the username. The username is Goldwind1. So I have no idea. So this individual, we will be reacting to their theory as well. I'm excited for a fan theory, a personal theory. I most likely will think it's not very good, but I could be proven wrong. So I've been proven wrong plenty of times. I'm not afraid of being proven wrong. I'm not afraid of being wrong. I'm cool with that. It doesn't bother me. Let me tell you something. Like, dead-ass, some real-ass advice. If, like, it's okay to be wrong. You know what I mean? That's how you learn. Like, don't be afraid to say something because you're afraid you might be wrong. Who cares if someone laughs at you, dude? It's going to be temporary, you know? And that's how you learn, because you'll never know you were wrong if you don't voice it. You'll keep it to yourself thinking you're right, but you really didn't want to say it because you were like, eh. But, like, then you'll never learn, you know? Or you'll be right, and it'll work out great for you, you know? Before we go in here and get chased by Molly, I will read this What Are the Mascots thing. And we'll talk about that, and then we'll get chased by Molly. And then, after we get chased by Molly... Also, I just realized Molly has blood dripping from her beak, which implies that she fed recently. Which is kind of wild to think about. Like, what did she eat? She better not have eaten that frickin' cat, dude. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, hopefully not. I doubt that. I highly doubt that they would have that happen. Oh, you know what? After the arcade game, we'll read the What Are the Mascots. So, we're going to tune into the game for a minute. I forgot about the arcade.
Oh no, this is horrible. Looks like Molly crashed into the right again. Don't worry though, your pal Rambley has the repairman on speed.
I'm never worried when you're around, buddy. You keep the place rolling. You keep the place flowing.
We're sorry. The number you have dialed has been disconnected or is no longer in service. Please check the number and dial again.
Say, why don't you check out Molly's landing pad? It's not far from here, and it's a great cool down after that exhilarating ride. Just take a down from Molly's rooftop races.
Yeah, let's go play the arcade game, and then... I'll bust through the arcade game real quick. Molly! Whoa. Yo, guys, check it out. Poison squirrel. Salem must have destroyed the park. Sorry, I'm being a jackass. That's probably like a widely supported theory. And someone's gonna blow up and be like, you idiot! With all this evidence. Watch. It'll be alright. Like I said, I'm not afraid of being wrong, dude. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm not buying that theory. Even if the squirrels aren't involved, even if these little lovebirds back here aren't involved, I'm still not buying that theory. It's just too goofy to me. But maybe it's not. Who knows? I mean, I'm excited to find out either way. Ooh, we almost did it. Rambley, you're facing the wrong way. Yes. I mean, maybe it barely does hurt. Maybe it does barely hurt at all because she's just sitting there. Yeah, see, she's part of the show. You know, it's part of her villainous is part of the show. How's about I try my new potion on her instead? I love how she talks like a classic old school villain like that. Dumpster Face is still wild. Yeah, get it! Bullshit! I jumped on you, bruh! Yeah! Oh, that's right, her like little tears or whatever that is hurts. Oh, hold on, I want to listen to this music. I've never heard this music all the way through. Whoa, this is freaking badass. Yo. Now it's starting over, okay. Alright, it's time to die. There you go. Okay, anyways. What are the mascots? During the events of episode 1, we see 2 mascots. Actually, Finley at the end, technically, but it's okay. We see 2 mascots. Where was I? It says 2 mascots. Yeah, there we go. We see 2 mascots. Those being Lloyd and Molly. With the Molly one being killed at the end of the episode. Yeah, she got the head cut off. Of note is when her head is severed, it's clear she is organic and not a robot or other traditional animatronic. While it is too early to speculate what these creatures are, it appears they were not treated well by the staff of the park, which is pretty much a given. I'm not sure if that's what caused them to rebel or if they were just animal instinct. I still don't know about that. But that's why I said the theory 3 on the last one was the most likely. But yeah, they're not treated well by the staff, as several saw these things as taking away their jobs. How long these mascots were active is currently unknown, but it was definitely long enough for Molly to pick up lines from guests. Their origins and other aspects, though, are clearly unknown. Okay, that's not really a theory there. But what I can comment on instead is pretty much the fact that everyone jumped like, oh, they're animatronics, you know, before, you know, seeing Molly's blood and everything. All they're animatronics. And nowhere ever was it stated they were animatronics. Let me tell you what's going on with the animatronic thing. What's going on there is everybody just associates mascot horror with Five Nights at Freddy's, so automatically it has to be an animatronic. That's all that happened there. That's all that was. It was just that's all it was. Most people just assume mascot, horror, animatronic. You know, that's just what they did. I mean, I do like that Five Nights at Freddy's popularized animatronics because they are really cool pieces of technology and equipment, you know. And ones that were seriously, and I think are still seriously going out of style. But I'm sure that it helped their production a lot, hopefully. Anyway, now we're going to run for sure. I think I was running anyway, my bad. Not too much though. See, like that. That is mimicking a guest right there. I don't know what you just said, but that was probably mimicking a guest. Bird Up Will Lift Your Spirits is probably her being forced to do an advertisement, either for TV or for like when she's on stage talking to the guests. She'll say, "Bird Up Will Lift Your Spirits." She has to say it, you know? Did I get the golden Rambley? Did I forget the golden Rambley? No, I think I got it.
Ah, there you are, buddy. Wait, hold on. This one's staff only. Come on in, you staff.
Once we get outside, I'm going to read this commenter's theory. I'm going to read this commenter's theory once we get outside, and then that'll be it.
Welcome to the Rambley's
For the
Ramblers
theories, you know.
room. Here we have plenty of amenities and... okay. I can see in your facial tracking that you're scared, angry, upset. Transparency is an important part of our policy here at Indigo Park, so I need to be honest about something. The park has been inactive for years. Employees stopped showing up, guests too. The mascots are... I just was so excited to see a visitor, and I wanted to be sure you were given the best experience possible. But I was confined to the entrance for so long, I didn't realize just how much disrepair the park is falling into. Wasting all of your fun time. Sorry for the inconvenience. But, I have an idea. I have access to the repair documentation in my database. I just can't execute most tasks without authorization from a human user. You must have come here because the park matters to you too, right? Would you be willing to help me restore the park? I can see in your facial tracking data that you aren't opposed to this.
Look at you.
Ooh,
Look at you.
Let's get this place back in business. Okay, welcome to the crew, Rookie Wrangler. Registered. Your first official job as one of Rambley's Wranglers, registered, is to get out of the Rambley's Wranglers, registered, room.
Why?
Head left towards the Rookie Wrangler, registered, security room to set yourself free. Phew, kind of exhausting to say that whole spiel, but Rambley's Wranglers, registered, is a registered trademark. That expired yesterday.
Jeez. Taking the environment a little bit. Pick up the Retro Lloyd plushie down there. And then we will be off.
Uh-oh, that Rambley's Wranglers room is only accessible by Royal Wranglers. Maybe one day you'll grow up big and strong enough to enter it. But for now, don't.
Rude. Yeah. Now at this point we're just gonna run outside. Not a whole lot to sit around for. We're not gonna print out the paper again. We're just gonna run outside at this point. The door is open, which is a rare sight for me. All right, so we're gonna read this guy's theory. We'll see what it's about. I've got no clue what it's about, but let's get started. It's from Goldwind1 on May 26, 2024. It's on the fandom, the Indigo Park wiki, as of making this video. So they say, I got this theory about Indigo Park, which is that the Indigo Corporation Umbrella Corp, the Indigo Corporation had technology that materializes digital AI sprites as the Indigo Corporation had technology that materializes digital AI sprites as living biological creatures. In other worlds, the Indigo, or probably other words is what he meant to say. In other words, the Indigo Park mascots are not robots, but video game characters brought to life. That would explain why Molly bleeds. Evidence that sports how the Rambleberry appears out the Rambley rush when you beat it. Also, when you show Rambley the Rambleberry, he says, "Where'd you get that? Rambleberries are my favorite. If only I could jump out the screen and take a big bite. Don't eat it. Maybe I'll be able to one day." You know, and just to prove that they are right about that, here he is saying it.
Whoa, where'd you get that? Rambleberries are my favorite. Oh, if only I could jump out of the screen and take a big bite. Don't eat it! Maybe I'll be able to one day!
Yep, so he says that. I also believe that the Indigo Corporation abusive employees probably destroyed several of the physical mascots and just materialized a new copy from the AI source code stored on the mainframe. I feel that the broken Molly Macaw that says, "Not Rambley, he hurts Lloyd," is proof that Indigo Corporation made copies of each mascot after the employees hurt them. If Rambley hurt Lloyd out of jealousy, it was probably because he saw the staff hurt Lloyd and then made a new Lloyd, and the impression that the employees hurt Lloyd when they were annoyed with him, then it was okay for him to do too. Okay. Not a chance, bucko. Not a chance on that theory. But there is one compelling piece of evidence to his theory, or their theory, my apologies, is Rambleberry. It did just pop out of the frickin' screen. I mean, there is a point to be made there. I don't know if I agree with the whole picture that he had going on, but I don't really agree with the whole picture that commenter had going on, but I do agree with the fact that the frickin' Rambleberry popped out the dang screen, dude. I mean, there's no denying that. He even says it right there. How's it even possible? So, I mean, there is something to be said there and looked at there. I just don't really buy that whole theory as a whole, but I do buy the fact that things are coming out of video games. That's evident, you know? I'm going to click on, like, 4 of these.
Hey, buddy, did you dig that out of the lost and found? Or was it in the trash? No surprise, I guess, that our park would dispose of a non-Indigo brand toy. I suppose he'd make playtime special for a child with poor taste, though.
I like how he glitches into his conductor hat. That's him just saying "Ew, Lloyd" is a freebie. This doesn't count.
Ew, Lloyd.
Okay, 3 more to go. Let's do the Retro Lloyd plush.
I don't get why we even have those. And why do they only make one of Lloyd? Is it because he's the loudest? I can be loud too! Where's my limited edition throwback plush? Where's Molly's? Where's Finley's? Give this mistake to a child and they'll cry.
Jeez.
Ooh, you found my buddy Finley. You know,
I gotta give Finley some love.
Shy.
I'm too hard on Finley.
Like obnoxious.
So is Rambley.
Shy. But he's got a good heart. I hope you get to meet him someday.
Last one, I want to play the Reaction figure. Or actually, since all the theories we were doing, we'll listen to the Rambley head.
Whoa, where'd you find that? I've never seen anyone wearing one. Pretty snazzy. Ooh, looks like there's an audio recording tagged with costume in my database I've never noticed before. Let's listen.
Hey, Jackson, you hear about the new mascots?
Yeah, think it'll put us out of a job?
I think so. Old sport. And right after we got this damn raccoon costume.
Man, screw this place. I said we get our asses out of here and go straight to Vegas.
Aw, come on. They didn't even document the Indigo inventory ID for the costume. I was really looking forward to that. What a useless recording. Deleted.
The damn raccoon costume. They just got it. They probably doesn't have an ID and number yet. Actually, no, it probably does. If the employees are already holding it. We're out of here. Thank you guys for tuning in to episode 150 of Indigo Park. Back to our normal scheduled program until episode 200. Appreciate everyone. I appreciate Rambley to death. Rambley's awesome. This little raccoon is an inspiration. I don't know why, but he is. We'll go ahead. We'll jam out to the Rambley review one more time, and then that'll be it. I'm not going to say nothing else. I'm muting my mic, so...
Do you need a moment? Don't worry, it's fine. I don't blame you for taking a rest after all that. Heck, I could go for a nice, relaxing defragmentation myself. But before you settle down, you up for a little survey to help us improve the park? Thanks for visiting Indigo Park. Hope all your dreams came true. If you've got some time and you're up for a lark, stick around for the Rambley review. I'm here to offer my best to each valuable guest I assist. And lots of happy feedback ensures I get to exist. Let's try it. Were you satisfied with the rides? Yes or no? Were you satisfied with your guide? I sure hope so. Do you plan to come back? Will I see you again? Did your experience convince you to tell a friend about us? Did I earn your trust? At Indigo Park, there is a stark contrast to everything I know this place should be. But out of the dark, you've given a spark of sunshine to this kingdom's faithful devotee. At Indigo Park, more than my remarks are mysteries. Even I don't know what we might find. But fight
Hello,
through the
hello.
dark,
There is something I gotta say.
and I'll be your spark of
Hold on.
sunshine to get you out of any bind. That is, if you want to keep going. Oh, idea! I know all of this isn't fair to you.
If you pay attention in the Rambley review, there's a lot of theories that can be and probably have been made about what he says in the review too. I just thought about that too. There's a couple like cool things he says in here, I think. Maybe I'm reaching, but I don't think so.
Happy feedback ensures you're gonna return. Right, I'm so happy you rode a ride and saw the show. I'm so happy to be your guide. More than you know. So come back anytime. I'd love to see you again. In all my thousands of days, I've never had a friend like you. At least I hope I do. At Indigo Park, there is a stark contrast to everything I know this place should be. But out of the dark, you've given a spark of sunshine to this kingdom's faithful devotee. At Indigo Park, more than my remarks are mysteries. Even I don't know what we might find. But fight through the dark, and I'll be your spark of sunshine to get you out of any bind. Till all my old friends are united again, and I won't feel so left behind. Okay, I'll let you go. See you next time, buddy. Please.